rescue me. These two are going on about
Like
cake. Honestly.
Yeah, no.
Everything comes back to cake
It does,
at
yeah.
the end of the day.
It's really worrying. Anyway, good morning. Welcome
Yes.
to What Have I
Thanks
Just
for
Read
coming.
with...
Thank you.
Yeah, you win there. There you go.
There we are. Oh, almost including Mike now. With Alison, with Mike, with Malcolm,
And with the jingle.
which for those of you who were asking what on earth is all that about, that's our theme tune.
Exactly, yeah, every show needs a jingle, and that's
Helps
the
you
jingle
to
for
remember.
what we
Yeah.
just read.
What have we just read?
Judges.
Judges 11. 1 to 11.
Yeah.
About Jephthah. Who is
Jephthah.
this Gilead chap?
Well,
Jephthah is the son of Gilead. I can't remember. Where's he come?
he's a Gileadite.
And Gilead was
Yes,
the father.
exactly.
Gilead was the father of Jephthah.
Yes, I don't know, do you?
We haven't been paying
But-
attention.
Do you know the thing that really made me think with Jephthah is that in our previous church we had stained glass windows of lots of the sort of great sort of patriarchs and matriarchs of the church, and Jephthah is on the stained glass
Oh,
window,
really?
and wasn't he as a warrior? And
Yeah.
Is he about to defeat the Ammonites? It was sort of
He's
like a
about to.
cliffhanger.
I'm
I
afraid
think so.
it is a bit of a cliffhanger, and I'm afraid it's a bit of a sad story. But I'm not going to say anything
oh
more.
yes, oh I do know this.
It's a bit of a very
It's a
sad
terribly
story.
horrible
Oh.
sad story.
So
Tomorrow.
yeah,
But Jephthah, it's interesting that he was, well, obviously rejected, but then comes back and obviously is one of the judges, isn't
it's
it?
one of
It's
these.
interesting
Yeah.
because they all come back, and it's because I guess he's been a raging warrior, so it's kind of like versed in sort of
Yes.
battles and fighting. And then they come back and they say, please come and help us. And he's like, well, hang on a minute, you rejected me, and now you've come back and want me to help you. Isn't there a bit of a sort of Jesus kind of thing there? It's like, you rejected me, or the stone that the builders rejected suddenly becomes...
Yeah, interesting,
Yeah.
interesting.
I mean, you have those sorts of, a lot of this, isn't it? We had Gideon, didn't we, who was the least of his tribe and all of these. And you get this a lot in...
I wonder who the Conservative Party in the United Kingdom are going to turn to now.
Someone who's like...
Naughty.
Very naughty. Cut that bit.
Right. Someone unsuspecting who at the back of the queue.
Yes, exactly.
Someone who is the least.
Anyway, we're talking about Jephthah.
There we go.
Right.
So, on to
And then on to Luke.
this story.
A
Yes.
great story.
Now,
That's
a
a
rich
great
man.
There are so many
Things here.
different elements here. I mean,
It's eventually at the end thing, I always love the way he says, well then, if you can't save me, then go off to my father's house and save my brothers. And Moses, and then Abraham says, well, he's got Moses. I mean, they've already got the message. And he's like, no, they need to see someone kind of risen from the dead, a spooky ghoul who comes along and goes, ooh, repents. And Abraham goes, oh, don't be silly. If you haven't listened to the people who came and told it, why are they going to listen anymore to someone
and
else?
of course,
Yeah.
talking
It's
about
ironic.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Lord
it's so
Jesus.
ironic, isn't it? That of
They
course
say,
he's-
if you're not prepared to listen to the scriptures, even if Jesus rises from the dead, you will not be convinced.
Yeah. There always is, it's not about the messenger, because he's focusing on the messenger, isn't he? And he's saying, the rich guy's saying, we need another messenger. And Abraham said, well, hang on, you've had all the messengers
had
I
them
could
all.
have possibly
Yeah.
sent.
You've
It's
had the
about
prophets.
the people who have been willing to receive the message. I always
Yes.
think it's all about us trying to receive the message than about the messenger. Because it's not, and he's focusing on the messenger. We need another messenger.
That's
another
really good.
messenger.
That's really helpful.
Yeah.
That's really helpful. I mean, it's also just not lovely. But you see his relationship. Interestingly, in this story, we're not told the rich man's name. We're only told
Yeah.
Lazarus's name. Lazarus, the nameless one here, has a name there.
Right.
The rich man who would have had a name here has no name
Yes.
there.
Right.
The rich man, very interesting, even here thinks of Lazarus just as a servant. Also Lazarus to do
Yes.
this, send Lazarus to
To
do
dip his
that.
finger, yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. I hadn't thought of that. Gosh,
Yeah.
He still feels that he's privileged in some way, even though he's
He's
dying.
entitled.
Mm.
Yeah.
Entitled.
Well, that's
Yeah.
just- That is really interesting.
Yeah, good
In
one.
the
Mark.
afterlife. Amazing.
And this great chasm, C.S. Lewis has written a book called The Great Divorce, which is about a coach trip from hell
Wow.
to heaven, which is fascinating. Actually, really good read. Brings out makes
Gosh.
a lot of very profound
I've
points.
read everything by C.S. Lewis. I've not read that one.
Mm.
The Coach, what's it called?
It's, the
Oh, the
book
Great-
is called The Great Divorce.
Okay.
And I mean, I don't think you should read into a whole theology of heaven and hell from this story. I mean, Jesus is making the point about what really
Right.
you've said, Mike,
About the messenger.
about
yeah,
listening to the Moses and
Yes.
listening to the prophets.
Hmm.
But at the same time, it is quite telling, this story as well.
And C.S. Lewis is a good storyteller.
Lovely.
Great.
Have a wonderful day, and hope to see you tomorrow.
Going
Yeah.
to get cooler apparently from tomorrow.
Oh, is it? Is
Yeah,
it?
I think it's going to be better. Somebody was telling me yesterday.
Don't you
But
feel a
maybe
bit like the
not.
rich man in Hades now? Hey, let's dip my tongue in
The water.
water.
Bye
Bye.
bye. Bye bye.